I mean, I know your life has really been in danger, but was there
Yeah.
ever a time where you said, "Man, this ain't for me," or was there ever a time where you thought that sort of the heat just got too intense?
That never happened in the second half of my career when I started doing these long-term undercover infiltrations because I had gotten so comfortable. Those situations happened when I was in that period I told you about, when I was kind of earning my way. When I was doing the deals in the alleyway, right? And when I had dudes stick guns in my faces a couple times, right, during a deal, and they'd stick the gun in your face, or you cop, or whatever it was, or they were just there to rip you, right? They knew you were showing up with money. They had no intention of selling you that gun.
Right.
They were just going to keep
Gonna
the
rob
gun
you.
and rip you. Those times were what was when I had some doubt, right? When you're looking down the barrel, right? And you know this kid probably isn't going to shoot you because he really does. He wants to make some money and keep making money, but they might.
Brother, thank you for doing this, man.
Man,
Thank you
my
for doing
honor,
this.
brother.
Oh man, it's my honor. And I met you down in South Carolina, at one of Sid's events. Sid's events are something, man.
I love
It's
it.
like, yeah. What do you love about him?
So, he gets this group of guys together, men and women, who have these incredible backgrounds and experiences. And you never know who you're talking to
That's right.
and what their background
Right.
might be. And then you find out, wow, this girl did that or this guy did that. And it's just an amazing collection of people. And I love to hear their stories.
Me too, man. And it's crazy because, it's like all from, just titans of the law enforcement community and special forces community and like people who've been through. But one thing is I just find like everybody's so humble. So look, man, I'm a huge admirer of yours. Like it was so cool to meet you that day and I immediately connected to you and we talked a little bit about your family and you gave me your book which I loved and I loved
Thanks,
the
brother.
inscription that you wrote on there and in the book you said something that really struck me. You just talked about like in a world of tough guys, in a world of like bad criminals, in a world that you know extraordinarily well. It's really not about being the toughest guy in the room. It's about understanding human nature.
Absolutely.
Can you explain that?
Yeah. If you walk into a room, all right, and you're the kind of person that people just naturally want to be around. People want to listen to you. Like they want to find out what's this guy's hustle? What's he all about? Then you have the ability to be a good undercover. It is not about getting earrings and growing your hair long and lifting weights and being a tough guy, because eventually, these guys we're working on, they're smart guys.
Yeah.
I mean, they're sharp.
Yeah.
They're smart, and they know what they're doing. There's a reason why they're still out there, right? And they will see through you if you come in as a tough guy.
Yeah.
And, I have my example of that is my first biker case I did. So I got the call back in 1999 to do a case on the Outlaws, motorcycle
And where was
gang
this?
in Atlanta, Georgia.
Uh-huh.
And I learned later that the only reason I got that call was because I was the only other agent in the Atlanta Field Division that had a motorcycle license on my undercover license. It wasn't because of any skill or anything I had. So the story was there was a ATF agent who was already undercover with these guys, and his partner was a task force agent with the sheriff's department. And as they started getting embedded and it started getting deep, and the Outlaws had asked them to go to Bike Week in Daytona with them, that the sheriff's department pulled their guy. They said, "Listen, we didn't sign up for all this," and they pulled their guy. So he needed a partner. And I got the call. And the only reason I had a motorcycle license on my undercover license was because when I was 18 years old, I had a Yamaha Virago for like 6 months. Right? And I didn't know how to ride a Harley. I'd never ridden a Harley. I knew nothing about outlaw bikers.
Really?
Nothing. So